No, the impact of climate change is felt most by small island states. It's why collectively there's been a renewed push by the Caribbean to get a global response to address the issues. TVJ's Herman Green has been speaking with one local climate studies group and now reports.
As the debate on the impact of climate change drags on, island states like ours in the Caribbean experience it daily. We're told that mega storms like Hurricane Maria, which impacted Dominica in 2017, are as a direct result of global warming. But even here in Jamaica, the Hellshop Beach here in St. Catherine, we've watched it disappear before our very eyes because of rising sea levels and erosion. It's why climate change advocates like Professor Michael Taylor believe that something must be done urgently.
Professor Taylor lists 4 main indicators. These are longer summers with drier and hotter than normal days, extreme changes in rainfall patterns ranging from droughts to floods impacting water, wildlife and food production, devastation from stronger tropical storms each year.
And then sea level rise would be the fourth one that, we have already seen evidence of rising sea levels. We can name a number of places in Jamaica where the impact is very evident. And again, we're projected, as you continue towards the end of the century, for sea level to continue to rise, and we will feel the impacts of those.
Currently, global warming has seen sea levels rise by more than 8 inches since 1980. This as Arctic ice and glaciers are melting faster than ever before. For Jamaica, the impact is felt in all sectors. Already we've seen slower economic growth because farmers can't produce as much during prolonged dry or flood periods. The energy sector is required to generate more as there's a greater demand to cope with hotter days and nights. And the hotel industry, which thrives on beaches, is now losing that asset to erosion. The current sea level rise is approximately 3.5 millimeters each year. But Professor Taylor warns that while the increments sound small, there have already been catastrophic effects.
You think about the areas, the Hellshire, you think about the Roselle, you think about the Little Ochi, you think about the Negril, and you see what 3.5 millimeters per year has done. Or 3.5 millimeters when you have a severe storm passing through an intense hurricane, and you can see the kind of flooding and inundation that takes place. Contrast that 3.5 millimeters with where the projections are, so what the projections suggest for Jamaica, which is up to a meter of sea level rise as we go towards the end of the century.
It's terrifying to think that somewhere where people live now will be gone. The house that you spent money on to build will be gone. The land that you buy, you won't have anymore. It's very terrifying.
It's a pity, of course, but I think it's a problem that happens in a lot of places from the world because everything we are doing is not so good for our terra now.
A collective push by small island states led to recent adjustments to the Paris Agreement to deal with global warming. All countries, except for the United States, which has withdrawn under President Donald Trump, have now agreed to take steps to ensure the average global temperature does not rise by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. Herman Green, TVJ News.